How's that Iran nuclear deal going?
Well, David, it's a question of whether you're looking inside the four corners of the deal or you're looking right on the edges of the deal. Inside the four corners of the deal, I think the administration can make a case that it's going better than anybody had predicted, or certainly their critics predicted a year ago. We found no evidence that the Iranians have cheated on elements of the deal. They flew 98% of their fuel out of the country or shipped it out of the country. From everything that we can tell from the IAEA, they have adhered to everything that they said they would go do in the first year. And the intel community tells us that they have not seen any evidence of a hidden site. That doesn't mean they're not missing something, but they haven't.
Remember, this is the same intel community that missed the Syrian nuclear program altogether.
And missed, I mean, we can go back to
Pakistan,
the Russia deal, Pakistan, India, China in 1964.
Right. In fact, our intelligence community is especially good at missing things that glow in the dark.
That's right. Or over predicting them when they're overcompensating. Okay. So, but within the deal itself, it looks like it's doing fine. So what's the problem? It's twofold. First of all, the last week that we spent in that hardship assignment in Vienna watching the negotiations go through, a month,
your head reeling,
a month in Vienna, yes.
Soccer tour,
yes.
Schlager, and
yes. Right. I won't tell you how bad the hotel bill was when I checked out. But in the last week, Secretary Kerry spent most of that time negotiating what the terms would be on the limits on Iran's ability to launch missiles and test missiles. And that has completely fallen apart. The Iranians are going ahead and doing exactly what they wanted to go do. The administration has not had a response to that. Secondly,
I just want to unpack this a little bit. Isn't that a bit troubling, since no one has fought a nuclear war ever in history, and only nuclear weapons have been used twice, and yet people are fighting conventional wars all the time, and they could actually use these missiles to be more effective in fighting the kind of war they're more likely to be fighting? That's
absolutely right. But the Iran nuclear deal was not meant to address the missile question. That was handled by separate UN resolutions, and that the Iranians violated them before the deal, and they're violating them after the deal. So the question is, and this is one of those boring questions that only New York Times correspondents can raise in seriousness and write while readers go off to sleep, is it a violation of the deal that the Iranians are going off and doing something that's not on those documents, because those documents are only about nuclear. I think it's a big problem. But I think the bigger problem is this, that the bigger bet of the Iran deal was that the Iranian leadership would see this as an opportunity to begin to change the relationship with the United States. And a year later, we are seeing no evidence of that. In fact, quite to the contrary, we are seeing that the people who oppose the deal, the hardliners and the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps and others, are using this as the moment to say, having given them the deal, we now have to do everything else we can to oppose the United States.